Hello, my friends. It is Jessica. This is I Read to Relax. I don't know if you can hear my dog, but she is playing down there and she's making a little bit of noise. I am here today with a recommended reads from my personal library recommendation for you all. So this is the Green Creek series by TJ Klune, and I love this series. Now, I will be upfront, I have not read the last book yet. I am sort of saving it because every time I read one of these, I have a very, very strong emotional reaction. They're fantastic and it leaves me with a good kind of book hangover, and I just sort of have been pacing myself through the series. So anyway, let me tell you what they're about. These are male paranormal romances. So they are wolf shifters and they are all gay romances. So if that's not your thing, this won't be your series. But when I tell you that the love stories in these are so tender and so deep and so, oh God, I cry every time I read them. So good. I will also preface this particular book. There is an age gap in this romance. It's not a huge age gap, but the characters meet when one of them is a solid older teenager and one is a very young tween. And they sort of grow up together, and so some people find it problematic, as if it's grooming, but that's not the way that I interpreted the story at all. Aside from the fact that, like many other shifter series, there is the concept sort of fated mates in this series. I really just think that the main male character, Ox, who's the older character, is considered slow originally by most of the people in their town. But it's not that he's slow, it's almost I would say almost like he's on the spectrum. He's had some trauma in his life, he's had some emotional abuse, and he just processes things very differently than most other people. He's just slow and steady and loyal and kind and not whip smart. He's smart, but it just takes a little time to get to the same conclusions that some other people do. He doesn't trust himself, and he meets the other main character's family. He meets the Bennetts, and the Bennetts are wolf shifters, and he gets sort of taken in by their family. They sort of adopt him and his mother, and again they sort of bring him out of his shell and show him the man that he can grow to be. And it just so happens that he falls in love with one of the sons in the family. So slight spoilers, sorry, but it is a beautiful love story. Nothing untoward happens when they are underage, so you don't have to worry about that. Their feelings for each other start to develop, but there's no actual intimate activity until they're of age. And I just love it. I think it's beautiful. The way that you get to be in the head space of these characters in this series is so powerful. And it's such a found family that develops throughout the series. So again, you start with Ox and the Bennett family, the core Bennett family in this book. And then in the second book, there is a witch that is attached to the Bennett family that helps to protect them and protect the town. And he is the main character in this book. And obviously it's his love story, and there's another connection to the Bennett family. And again, just the depth of emotion in these is so intense and so beautiful. And then in book 3, you have one of the other Bennett brothers and his love story. And then the final Bennett brother in the book that I haven't read yet. But I just, like I said, I cry every time I read one of these. I always think they can't get better, and they do, but they're also different enough that it doesn't feel copy and paste. They all feel so individually beautiful. They conquer different types of like emotional recovery after trauma. They're wolf shifters, so there's like pack issues going on, and there's like nationwide werewolf politics happening, and so there's outside forces that are, you know, bringing dangerous situations into their lives, but then it's like the love that shines through. And the best part is it's not just romantic love. Like I said, the found family that develops through these 4 books is not just the romantic love, but it's like the familial love between the siblings and their partners, and what makes them like a pack, and how much they love and rely on each other. So, this series has my heart, and it's getting to be time to read book number 4. I almost don't want the series to end, which is the other reason why I've been sort of putting off reading it. But TJ Klune has put out so many other books that I also want to read that I feel like I need to finish this so that I can get to some of those other books. So, yeah. All right. Well, that is my recommended reads for today. I would definitely start with Wolf Song. They're so beautiful. All right. I hope you love them. Bye!